Well, since that appears to be the ultimate goal, let's see what's up here first. Ooh.
Integrating new PDA data.
Enzyme 42 project data. That sounds important. And then what do we have in here? Is that a warper that's not in its suit? Preserved fetus. Oh, it's a sea emperor fetus. So they hatched it. I don't know what's going on with that. So I guess it hatched and it evacuated after it hatched, but interesting. And then what's this? Oh, we can't scan. Oh, yeah, we can. If we angle it just right, maybe. It popped up briefly. There it is. The preserved egg casing. Sea Emperor egg casing. Okay, so this was less than I'd expected. However, maybe we won't be disappointed over here. Oh. That's loud. And you need another blue tablet. Good news on that front. Open storage. Let's grab... Oh, we actually have 2 of them on us. Well, we don't need to. We only need 1. Oh, which one was it? I think it's this one that leads... Actually, we'll try some. Will you go through a portal just fine? And also, is this the correct portal? One of them led real close to our base. We could just go make another blue tablet. Luckily, it's a pretty fresh save, so worst case scenario. No, it looks like we made it through. However, this might be the wrong portal. We'll find out in a moment. Okay, yeah, this is the portal that I wasn't familiar with. Oh, I guess we could have looked at her depth. That would have told me. Also, I don't know if this cavern's big enough. Can we jump jet not in the water? Sort of. Doesn't work as good. But that's good to know. On dry land, you can jump jet a little bit. Suppose we could have also tested that out in here. So if that one wasn't the right one, it's probably this other one in the corner. Let's go ahead and grab a couple more ion cubes. Since they're ready. Alright, so yeah, this one probably was the one that led closer to our base, which turned out to be much more convenient than I'd ever anticipated. Maybe I shouldn't be mid-air trying to do this. That might not bode well. Nope, we're fine. This is the correct depth. Let's see what that... What are you doing, Mr. Ghost Leviathan? Well, that was a little trippy. In fact, I think he even managed to damage us a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, did we get turned around? I think we did. Oh, I'm stuck in the branches. Yeah, the jumping doesn't work quite so good. Oh. Getting stuck in all that. I think I also need to eventually swap my arms back. Because, yeah, it does feel weird doing it with the right click now. Yeah, that Ghost Leviathan's just hanging out in the wall. I feel like we're getting stuck on everything. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's go ahead and empty out his storage a little bit. Put all this in our alien tech locker. Well, not all of it. Obviously not the quartz. Perfect. That is chock full now. Stick a quartz in there. Couple quartz in there. Some more quartz in there. Oop, not the ion cube. Grab 2 kyanite. Go make our blue tablet. We could also go ahead and power up our batteries now too. Less concerned about that at the moment. More interested in doing this facility and reading up on the cool stuff we found. Also, I think we'll be fine. But we'll grab a couple of these just for now. Let's grab the rest of his quartz. Drop all that off. Grab a cup of food. Fill up on that. We can wait a minute to drink of water, just so we waste less of it. And then let's hope we can find that portal again nice and easy. Oh. Alright, let's try that again. Don't think I quite got the speed I was hoping for there. Ah, okay, looks like he's out of the wall. Okay. Yep, that's where the portal is. Yeah, even from the outside you can kind of see the little stuff letting you know. But yeah, let's go see what's off in that room. What are you doing, buddy? Can't swim in the middle of the air. Apparently you can. Let's just help you out. Oh, you're done. Okay. Yeah, might as well drill some more. Since it's ready. Probably have more of this than we really need now. In fact, we're going to run into other problems, like not having enough the other materials. Alright, you should be fine if I leave you here. We'll give you a little repair, though. Now, is the thing that's trying to talk to us back here? It's definitely a big old room. Is that a pool of water that goes even deeper? Looks different. And I mean, the prawn suit's supposed to be able to go to 1,700 meters. Oh, it might be time to... Well, hello there.
Are you here to play? Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone. They bored me. Now they're gone. And instead, we have you. We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it as they did.
That must be the Sea Emperor. Also, we're not losing oxygen down here.
Detecting unusually passive behavioral patterns in nearby predators. Reason unknown. Unlike other alien facilities, scans indicate this location supports a diverse and healthy ecosystem. Explanation unclear at this time.
They're probably on their best behavior in front of the Empress. You just swim around in a big circle. I mean, we're not even losing oxygen, so there's no reason to stop this. Trying to get to where I can scan it. I don't think we can, though. Yeah, you guys all look really friendly. Okay, maybe there's more down here to look at. Let's also try to get in front of it. Maybe. No, we just literally can't scan it. Okay, in that case, let's take a better look at what's around us. So this is a big old facility. Could take the prawn suit down here.
Environment scans indicate the water here is rich with a rare, plankton-like life form which depends on the organic detritus produced by the ecosystem around it.
Yeah, this is like the most peaceful place we've been in a while. I imagine there's a reason for it.
The plant life in this area is growing outside its normal conditions. Other life forms fertilizing and pruning the vegetation may be offsetting this environmental deficit.
Well, we did find something new to scan. probably something that existed before, we just hadn't found it yet. Like, none of this stuff seems new. Well, other than the Sea Emperor, of course. Or Sea Empress. Actually, we're not even losing water or food right now down here. Like, this is... we could literally live here. Alright, there's gotta be... something. Oh, we can scan this peeper. I know we've scanned a peeper before. Where'd you go? Peepers inside the containment facility. Alright, this looks like it used to be an archway that got buried. Okay, what is the reason for this room? Okay, we can't go into that. Well, I mean, obviously the reason for this room is to contain that thing, but... everything else around here seems to like it. That's a new variant. Oh, or not. Thought maybe it was a lava version, but... just happened to be stuck in a corner. One thing I've noticed, there's like no ore deposits down here. Maybe some of these were drillable, but I don't think so. What a curious place. Well, it looks like there's a little bit of subterranean type stuff. It looks like just little cave networks. Oh, here we go. This could be different. Maybe this is what we're meant to come to find. Oh! Oh, these are those vents that the peepers have been getting sucked into and out of. We know... we saw the flow pipes and all that, so this is the deeper section it led to. And they've also been getting cured in those places. Oh, we've got a little bit of ion cube here. That looks like where we probably need to go. Not quite done looking at this place, though. Maybe I am. We didn't necessarily check out that side, but it's probably more of the same. Yeah, I think we need to go into that section. But yeah, this place is magical. No oxygen replenishment, no food or water. I don't know if we were already close enough to fully healed, but I mean, we're fully healed now. Insert ion cube. That would explain why there was one there, just in case we didn't have one. Which we actually didn't have one on us. And maybe here we'll find where aliens got off to. No. Oh, this just takes us back out. I want to do a little test. Our water's at 64%. Actually, while we're waiting. So this is all the voice logs we've recently got. Whole lot more scan stuff. Advanced theories. Enzyme host peepers leaving the containment facility. Enzyme host peepers leaving the containment facility. The outflow pipes are filled with peepers traveling back towards the surface. Specimens show no symptoms of infection. All specimens scanned are carrying enzyme 42, which data suggests inhibits the bacterium. Specimen stomach cavities are otherwise empty, suggesting they may have purged the contents before entering the pipes. Assessment. If peepers have evolved to distribute the enzyme via the pipe network, this may explain part of the mechanism by which life on 4546b has survived since the bacterial outbreak. Yeah, but say if this Kara virus is as bad as it sounds, life should have ceased to exist. And peepers entering the containment facility. The pipes drawing water into the containment facility are filled with peepers arriving from the surface. The fish show no signs of distress. The specimens scanned have all consumed high quantities of seeds and organic matter from the surface. Some specimens are beginning to show signs of infection. Yeah, so enzyme 42 literally heals them. Well, cures them, not necessarily heals them. Then the peepers inside the containment facility. While all other creatures encountered within the facility are isolated within it, peepers appear to be coming and going of their own accord via the alien pipe network. On arrival, peepers are approaching the Sea Emperor. Peepers exhibit a natural affinity for the stomach enzymes being expelled by the Emperor. Peepers which have come into contact with the enzyme are returning to the pipe network. Analysis. This behavior must be the source of enzyme 42 on 4546b, or the area thereof which supports life. It is likely also responsible for the survival of the Emperor and the other life forms contained within the facility. So, I guess we have to swim around with the Emperor for a bit to heal ourselves? Maybe? Sea Emperor egg casing. Shell composition. The shell casing is formed from thick layers of carbon composite, suggesting an extensive gestation period. This Leviathan species may give birth just once per century, perhaps just once in their lifetimes. Shell casing incisions. Precise incision suggests a laser-based tool was used to cut open the egg casing and forcibly remove the fetus inside prior to full gestation. Analysis. Time pressure to develop a bacterial vaccine may have driven the alien researchers to cut open this egg and remove the fetus for study. It is also possible that, removed from its parent and natural habitat, some vital condition for the infant to hatch naturally was not met. Sea Emperor fetus. Found preserved in a display case, it was likely a child of the adult specimen contained within the facility. Physiology. Superficial damage to the specimen indicates it was artificially removed from its egg casing. Stunted tissue development suggests the organism expired during the removal process. Tissue samples have been taken from the digestive tract. Analysis. It appears the aliens were attempting to formulate a cure for the bacterium from enzymes produced in the specimen's digestive system. Without a young, healthy specimen, these efforts were in vain. Okay, so the Sea Emperor is definitely key to the cure, while at the same time they were trying to, I guess, manufacture it by harvesting the young? I don't know. Data downloads, alien data, artifacts. Oh yeah, we got a lot of that to read. Alien building block. This rock-like object features organic as well as mechanical parts, and there's some genetic and technological crossover with the design of the self-warping constructs encountered elsewhere. It appears to serve no purpose in its current state, and is waiting some kind of activation sequence. Materials such as this may have been a fundamental building block of the aliens' technology, or even of the aliens themselves. It's weird that it's organic and mechanical. Alien carving. This carving is hundreds of thousands of years old and made from an unrecognized natural fiber grown on an unknown planet. It bears striking resemblance to the old Earth yin-yang symbol. Two competing theories may explain the similarity. Aliens visited Earth prior to the 4th century BC and influenced the development of ancient Chinese philosophy. Or the concept of yin and yang is universal, since yin and yang describes the fundamental interdependency of seemingly opposite forces. It may be a necessary existential understanding in some form in all sufficiently developed civilizations. The tapering of two circles, union, into opposed and infinitesimally small points, the finite, is one logical way to represent this understanding. It may have been developed independently by species other than humans. So either the aliens taught us this, or it's just a rule of all life, and even the aliens know it. One or the other. Then we have the alien statue. This artifact is unpowered, suggesting it served a ceremonial rather than practical purpose. The pyramid resembles vines spiraling upwards towards the warm blue stone mounted above it. It may represent a plant found on the alien's home world, a building of religious import, or even the gravitational pull of their home solar system. So, no clue. Now this is what I'm curious about, the ancient earth blade. An ancient earth blade dating back to the 13th century, blood samples on the blade match the DNA of 7 separate heads of state from the period. This evidence supports the theory that the aliens are an ancient, spaceborne civilization engaged in the surreptitious study of less developed species. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily tell me how they came across it. Holographic projector. This device contains network apparatus and a holographic projection unit. It is likely used as a communications relay, capturing and projecting the image of the user to a remote location. There do not appear to be any other devices in range. Nanobots. Scans show some form of advanced nanobot inside the seemingly empty case. These bots are substantially smaller than any developed within the Federation, and it is not possible to ascertain their exact function. It would, however, be unwise to release them. Organic matter particulator. This device contains a highly unstable radioactive isotope, likely to destroy all organisms exposed to it, while leaving physical structures intact. Although it would function perfectly well as a weapon, it was more likely used to sterilize spaces for later inhabitation. Without instructions, it would be unwise to interact with it. Yeah, it'd be unwise to interact with a lot of that stuff, considering we have no idea what it's for. Rudimentary tablet. This device shares many similarities with the tablets used to access alien facilities, although its structure is rather less complex. It may have served a similar purpose, granting security access and storing relevant data, and was thus kept here as a form of legacy support. Tracking implant. This construct is emitting a high bandwidth signal consistent with alien transmissions intercepted elsewhere. DNA on the exterior indicates it was once implanted inside one of the life forms indigenous to 4546b, its size suggesting the subject was a Leviathan-class organism. Beyond tracking and broadcasting its location, the implant may also have recorded the biological data on the subject. However, this data cannot be retrieved. Then a translation device. This device stores linguistic data from over 1,000 different languages. The core of the device may allow alien text to be read and translated. Analysis of the onboard data reveals a number of ancient Earth languages, and the term CHBC Live appears many times in the device's data. Its import is unclear. The device seems to be configured to translate into the designer's language. It will not work the other way around. Oh, I was about to say, this would be super helpful. But yeah, that right there doesn't translate it to our language. So we just get a whole lot of alien gibberish. So that's all the artifacts. Now the scan data, ion cube fabricator. This device appears to be the origin of the raw mineral that forms the base of the ion cubes, which power smaller alien systems. Likely drawing power itself from the main thermal plant, this device may represent an almost limitless source of energy. Yeah, especially if they use the ion cube. Well, no. I'm about to say, they don't use the ion cubes at the thermal facility. They use the heat from the planet. But yeah, if they could, like, recycle it, there would have to be some kind of energy loss, so almost limitless, I guess. Now, terminal data. This is the one we just got. Enzyme 42 project data. According to translated data logs, an indigenous Leviathan species was found to produce a unique substance referred to as Enzyme 42, which inhibited the symptoms of the Kara bacterial infection in other indigenous organisms. The specimen was captured and contained in a purpose-built habitat for further study. The alien researchers went to great lengths to provide for the life form's environmental needs, including the import of interdependent flora and fauna via an on-site warp gate. However, its health quickly deteriorated. When quarantine was imposed, all warp gates and force fields were sealed. All attempts to develop the enzyme into a vaccine had been unsuccessful. So, I guess the Sea Empress, her health is deteriorated, but she seemed fine. If anything, she seemed bored. Sea Emperor Leviathan research data. Specimen size categories have been adjusted upward to accommodate this species. Feeding and digestion. Alien research data indicates that despite its size, the species feeds entirely on microorganisms it filters from the water, which themselves depend on a complicated ecosystem of plant and animal life. Reproduction. Large, ovary-like organs are carried in the creature's middle section, suggesting that like other species on this planet, it produces eggs. However, internal scar tissue indicates probable infertility. So this one can't reproduce. Enzyme 42. The Emperor manufactures Enzyme 42 within its stomach cavity to break down its food, and will occasionally expel it into the surrounding waters. This substance was found to neutralize the effects of bacterium, and its presence in the ecosystem today would explain how life on the planet survived the outbreak. It would remain to be explained by what mechanism the enzyme is being delivered. Then health. Comparative analysis of size and metabolic rates indicates the specimen captured by the researchers was approximately 1,600 years old. Extensive internal and external scar tissue suggests it had lived well in the excess of the peak lifespan for its species. Assessment. While a healthy Emperor specimen may have held some potential as a cure, it is unlikely any research subjects survived quarantine procedures. Well, that's a shame. Then ventilation control. Water flowing to and from the primary containment facility is being automatically controlled, independently of other safeguards. Data on the water composition has been recorded. Inflow. Water is being drawn from different biomes around the surface of the planet. The water temperature is considerably lower than the volcanic environment outside the facility, while microorganism and nutrient counts are substantially higher. Outflow. Oxygen-deprived water is being flooded from the system and recycled back to the surface. Well, that doesn't necessarily tell me how to cure myself like I'd hoped. It does sound like this is obviously the key to the cure, But how do we go about gathering it? So it secretes it from its stomach. You are an interesting looking one. I don't think we can swim fast enough. Well, can't get into its stomach from there. Actually, let's run a self-scan. No, we're still infected. Oh, what's going on with this peeper? Definitely has interesting glow. Enzyme host peeper. A peeper specimen was observed emitting a faint fluorescent enzyme trail and engaging in unusual behavioral patterns. Peeper is actively approaching the other creatures, including predators. The specimen is host to a bacterial infection. However, the infection is currently dormant. Peeper's stomach cavity contains an unknown enzyme of foreign origin. Chemical analysis of enzyme. Bears some superficial similarity to the stomach enzymes of large predators. Contact with the enzyme appears to inhibit the symptoms of the bacterial infection. Complex structure renders synthesis impossible. Assessment. Recommend further research into enzyme origin, I'm guessing that says. Our mask is kind of in the way. Well, how do we further research it, though? Also, this might be a mistake, but actually, from here. Let's see if we can't find it again. Yeah, I don't think this will work, and like I said, it might be a mistake. But what happens if we eat it? Well, we lost some water. Let's scan ourselves. Are we cured? No, we're still infected. Alright, let's try to find... Oh, is that the stuff coming out of its stomach? Okay, maybe we have to swim around... Oh. If we can get close enough to it. Okay. Start off behind it. We'll just kind of swim behind him for a while. Going with the flow. Can't say for certain this is doing anything, but maybe if we do this for a while, we'll be cured. Like a peeper. Also don't think we can swim quite fast enough. Now it's already disappearing. In fact, he's already catching us. Oh, you know what? We'll try this again. We'll keep going in this pattern until it catches up to us. And then see what happens. Because it was on the verge of catching us right there. Maybe it'll do some weird swallow us whole in order to cure us kind of thing. Do my best to kind of try to follow this path that it's taking. Seems to have disappeared though. Well, we'll just try to let it eat us then. Nope. I mean, if we swim in it long enough, maybe we'll be cured. I mean, there's definitely something here to this. I just don't know if it's relevant or not. Problem is, we're too slow and the path ends up disappearing. Like, yeah, we can kind of see the remnants. And it said something about, are we going to go with the flow or against the flow, like the other guys did? Nope, just shoved us out of the way. Probably because we weren't completely in line with it. Alright, running out of battery. Let's self-scan again. Still infected. Let's play.
Are you here to play? Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone. They bored me. Now they're gone. And instead, we have you. We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it as they did.
Yeah, that... Oop. I don't know. There's not really much current here. I imagine it would be following whatever current there is. Okay, maybe we have to do this empty-handed? Maybe the sea glide was getting in the way? Like, this definitely seems important somehow, I just don't know. What we're supposed to do with it. Okay, I got one more thing I want to try. Can we feed you something? That didn't seem to work. Couldn't get in front of it. Okay, so maybe there is something more here we're missing. Like maybe this whole thing down here. Ah, we were missing something. You could also scan it. Incubator. Hatching enzymes. Some intact sea emperor eggs. So maybe if we can... She wants us to do something. That's the first unique thing she did. She kind of sat down on this. Alright, we do, I think, need to grab another ion cube. Luckily, we still have some in our prawn suit. Yeah, I definitely missed that before. Oh, of course I'd go to the side that was wrong. That's fine. Which also apparently is the only side that I could have gotten up. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, there we go. Worked that time. Probably could have taken that portal back, to be perfectly honest, but... And you're standing up again. What kind of diving animation was that? Yeah, we can go a little bit faster. We have other batteries we can swap this one out with if we need to. I'm curious if it'll react again like it did. Also, we should probably read this stuff before we go starting inserting ion cubes. Oh, wrong button. Oh yeah, it wants me to do it. We'll do it. Insert hatching enzymes.
My young need to hatch, to play outside this place. We have been here so long. The others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
Well, I certainly want to help you. We don't have the hatching enzymes, though. Hatching enzymes. Here we go. The Emperor specimen's eggs are attached to some form of incubator. In a normal life cycle, it would seem likely that sea emperors would have buried their eggs in shallower waters, where different organic materials in the soil would have triggered a hatching response. The incubator suggests aliens had resorted to developing artificial hatching enzymes, which would simulate the egg's natural hatching environment, but were unable to discover the formula. With extensive information on the sea emperors themselves, it may still be possible to fabricate artificial hatching enzyme using indigenous ingredients. However, the only surviving source of that information may be the Sea Emperor itself. And I also realize it looks like she's waiting to talk to me. Do I really need another ion cube? I should have just brought this thing with me. Aquarium Arch. Alright, I'll be back. Let me grab another ion cube. Don't mind me. I really do want to help. Swam up this once before. There we go. I guess I just have to be approaching it from the right angle. Honestly, I really should have just brought the Iron Man suit with me. Maybe I will this time. No, it might be too much of a pain to try to get out. We'll bring 2 ion cubes this time. Oh wait, no, it wouldn't be too difficult to get out because we have that portal. I'm dumb. Let's see if she'll come back over this way. I want her to watch me do it. Because it seemed like she wanted to watch if I would have had the right tools. And it certainly looks like she wants to.
With the passage you have opened, my young can leave this place. But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
Ooh, hatching enzymes.
New blueprint acquired.
Also curious where this leads. Advanced theories, Sea Emperor's life cycle. Oh, back to the facility up there. That's Gun Island. Which had a lot more portals than I realized. So let's look at our new blueprint. Hatching enzymes. Eye stalk seed, sea crown seed, fungal sample, bulb bush sample, and a ghostweed sample. We have a fungal sample back at base. How much of that stuff can we get from here? I've never even seen the sea crown before. Actually, can we pin this? Yep. Since there's all kinds of stuff here. Oh, we haven't scanned this either. Spotted dockleaf. Don't think that was one of the things we needed. Okay, I don't think we can get all this here, but I know we scanned the sea crown. It's just a matter of, can I find it again? Also, all those portals also probably take us to areas that have these things. Quite frankly. Oh yeah, and there's definitely no mushrooms here now that I think about it. So that's definitely not an option. We did find a crown though, so let's... And actually, now that I think about it, not a single one of those pictures really means much to me. Gabe's feather. This is also a lot deeper than I thought here. Violet bow. Sea crown. Yep, got a sea crown seed. Gonna go look at the blueprint again. Need eye stalk seed, ghostweed seed, bulb bush. Will you count? No, that's a Gabe's feather seed. I mean, I know in general we can find a lot of this stuff elsewhere. It would just been real convenient if we could have found as much of it as we could here. Because the eye stalk seeds, I think there's some of those near Life Pod 19. But I don't know what the fastest way to get there is. Yeah, we might have to go to some of those other portals in order to get the other seeds.